Thank you for coming out here, particularly on a day in which the weather is very much against us, but we don't care about that. We don't care what the conditions are. We're here to show our support for Tibet. We're here to show our support for what the Tibetans have been undergoing, for the Tibetans who've been undergoing such miserable things the last 5 days. This wasn't supposed to happen. If you follow all of the expertise over the last 10 years or more, economic development in Tibet was going to sap Tibetans of any nationalist inclinations. They weren't really going to care anymore. They weren't going to care about the fact that they have to live under an occupying government. They weren't going to care about the fact that every day their language is diminishing in its use, that they're going to have to live in a Chinese environment. They weren't going to care about the fact that they don't exercise self-determination. They don't rule themselves, because economic development was going to basically give them everything that they needed. Well, oops, doesn't seem to be the case. All throughout Tibet, over the last 5 days, all you've been hearing is Punrangzen Sangmare, Punrangzen Sangmayin, Gemi Pagyusho. The same things that you've been saying here. But they've been saying it under great threat and in great danger. And all of you have been following the news. You know that there are bodies lying in the streets. People have been hauled off to jail. Make no mistake about it, China is going to re-establish order in Tibet, and it's going to do so with little respect for the human rights of the Tibetans. Actions like this, which are happening all over this country and all over Europe, and they're happening in India too, are extremely important. You can't let this be forgotten. You have to keep up the struggle. So I want to thank you all for coming out here and for showing your support. And iti pupato, perki trokpo, tanda ti lesala, kam amdo, cholka sum, kirinki pingya ki chak marpo, salababs song. Kirun so tsama hako gugre, pemiki rewa dire, rangzen dang dembe gekap. Rangwang yinda minti karis di pepa rangwang sogres, ine dang toti rangzen ki gekap gugres. Pepa yosa. Kala unity kemindos. Pepa yosa la tsangmala, di rangzen ki leko chogamares, di shamjire, di motsare, dine, jemala, kasakala, perangzen tsangmayin, di drogogres. And iti perangzen ki leku yajes dangogres. Pugyalo! 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 Perangzen samayin! Takzirin boche ki gongshe drupasho! Takzirin boche drupasho! Tochna. Losang Trotsky.